show you the time of your life.
Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are getting started on some yard work. We are in full spring mode over here and ready to get started on transforming our backyard. I'll also be finishing today's video with a little bit of cooking. If you're new to my channel, you can find tons of homemaking videos here, and I would love it if you subscribed. And if you are returning, welcome back.
I want to figure out what it takes.
All right guys, so I just want to share with you kind of an overview of what the yard looks like before we get started. I did pick up some potting soil today. We got this beautiful hydrangea from Home Depot, and I want to put that, I think, either in this white pot or this blue pot, and I have another pink one that's inside right now that I want to pot for outside as well. So we have a ton of work to do. Let's see, so our backyard is very plain, as you can see. We have an avocado tree that we planted and a little orange tree that we planted. So I'm not sure how they're doing after the winter, but these things all survived here. I just cut all of these down, and I need to do just like a little bit of a rock refresh here. But these are looking good. They all have, you know, buds, or, you know, these are going to be those pretty pink flowers. These are the purple ones, and these are all starting to get little spring buds as well. So excited for that. But what we're working on right now is my husband just dropped off all of these gray rocks here. So we're going to be cutting, you can see he already started cutting a circle here to create a seating area. We just got white Adirondack chairs. So we're gonna do like a gray rock with 2 chairs and a little table. It's for like a little seating area to look out at the water. And then we want to try to replace this sod over here, this grass. So we either have to get more sod from Home Depot or try to use this grass, but this grass is still a little bit dead from winter, so I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, I've got, you've seen in my last couple of videos, my garden bed's doing pretty good here, but we have this little spot here for our grill, and we have another table that we're setting up that's more like a, you know, it's a table with 4 benches for our family to sit at. We could eat together. So eventually we want to lay pavers or concrete here. You know, start here, take these out all the way down to here, and have like the grill and the seating area. But for now, we might just put it here, we might just put it there. I'm not really sure until we get it set up. But everything over here is looking pretty good. We've got to get started first on this, removing this circle here. Are you guys doing spring projects yet, or are you still in those cold winter months? All right, guys, so the first thing I'm going to do is make an Americano coffee and head out onto my patio to start potting some of these plants. I'm just doing a little bit of gardening today. I started on my patio, but I made it a little messy, so I'm going to end up in the backyard. It's a beautiful day here in Florida, and after I'm done putting some of these pots together, I'm going to show you what my husband has been up to while I'm doing the fun stuff. He's doing the hard labor.
Dark, 'cause once you let the light in, you won't see the beautiful stars shining down from afar. No, I ain't afraid of the dark. I don't mind the rain, bringing life back. We can breathe again when dealing with the pain. No, I don't mind the rain. And ooh, that's the way it goes. Life will teach you what you need to know. And ooh, like a river flows, life will take you where you need to go. Getting old don't bother me, 'cause with eyes that's been through life, it's so much easier to see who I am and who I wanna be. No, getting old don't bother me. Truth can be a bitter pill, but it'll do you right and set you free the way a lie never will. Like climbing up the steepest hill, but truth can be a bitter pill.
Okay guys, I hope you're getting some springtime motivation. I remember for so many years when I lived in New York, this was the hardest time of year for me, like February, March, because it feels like it should be spring and it would just be so cold. The extended winters would be so hard to get through, but spring is coming, my friends, and who's to say you can't start now? Even if you don't have a greenhouse, you can start some seeds in your windowsill, you know? That's what I used to do. There's just something about, you know, starting seeds, having plants, putting your fingers in the dirt that will make you feel good and make you feel like it's almost spring. But anyway, I'm having success with my herbs. They're doing pretty well right now. I think they will probably not, some of them will not survive once it's early summer here. We get really, really brutal heat and brutal summers. And the delicate things like the basil and the cilantro, I think they'll just burn out and not probably do too well in the extreme heat. But I have a few jalapeno peppers in here. They're really small right now, but I think those will do well. And maybe like the rosemary and the oregano and the hardier herbs will do okay. So we'll see. But I'm just so excited to transform our backyard over this next year. You know, just one plant at a time. And like I said, we want to create a couple different seating areas and just really work on, you know, building up the landscaping over time. Oh, and as you guys can see, here is my sun tattoo peeking out. You know what, guys? I got this tattoo. It's the only one I have, and I got it in like 2002, and I think I regretted it by like 2004. But here I am in 2025, still with this tattoo. My husband makes fun of me and says that I'm vintage, and I always try to cover it up, but here it is. And if I actually knew how to use a filter while editing, I would do it, but I don't know how to use a filter. So anyway, can anybody relate? Does anybody else have a tattoo that they regret from a million years ago?
That's the way it goes. Life will teach you what you need to know.
All right, so here is my husband cutting out the circle in the yard. So he's doing all of the manual labor. And what we're going to do here is just take the grass out. We're going to rake it, tamper it, lay down the landscape matting, and he's going to add like some curbing around the circle. And we're just going to add some gray rocks. And this will just be the start of it. Eventually, we're probably going to add shrubs and some things around it. And of course, I had to set up a little fun station for my kids so that they can be doing everything with us. But my husband's going to go ahead and finish cutting the grass, cutting out the grass. And as you can see, it's just a beautiful day here in Florida. It's like the perfect 70-degree sunny day. Just a great day to do some yard work.
Don't need someone to save me, no, and don't come running to blame me. From miles away I can tell there's something's off. The way you look and how you pause when you talk, I think you said enough. You said your love for me something brand new. You said this is something you would never do. Here we are in your car, let me see who you are, who you really are.
Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is start putting together the furniture. I'm going to start with the little table that's going to go with the 2 Adirondack chairs that we purchased from Wayfair. While my husband is going to tamper down the dirt, add the weed barrier, landscape matting, whatever it's called. And add the round curbing around the circle, and then we're going to add the gray rocks. But I have to say, these Adirondack chairs that I'm going to put together here are a little bit of a special thing for us. So my husband and I, we used to go camping all the time when we lived in New York. We would go to the Adirondacks, to the Catskills, and go camping up there. And it's like seriously my happy place there. I love camping up there. It's so beautiful. So many good memories. And one of our favorite places to actually camp up in the Adirondacks, it's a place called Forked Lake. And you have to like put all of your stuff on a canoe to like get out to your campsite, to bring all of your supplies. You have to like go back and forth on the little boat. So I don't know. Whenever I think of it, I get so excited. But anyway, we used to, when we were camping out there, everybody up there has the Adirondack chairs. And Chris, my husband, would always say like, oh, someday we need to get Adirondack chairs. Like, just love Adirondack chairs. I don't know what it is about them, but we finally got them. It's not even like they're expensive or anything, but we lived in a lot of different places throughout the years. We've had a lot of different apartments. So it's kind of like meaningful to finally set up these Adirondack chairs. And, this is our home. It's kind of like a little bit meaningful that we actually like have the chairs and we get to enjoy the beautiful scenery here next to the water. But anyway, we're just really excited about these chairs. Okay, so I think it came out really cute. I'm excited to add more potted plants, and we're going to eventually add maybe some little shrubs around maybe the half circle. So we have to wait to see how this little space evolves. I wanted to add that big hydrangea here on the table, but it just looked a little too big and ridiculous. So I put the little pink one out here. Once it gets hotter, they're going to have to go inside anyway. But anyway, at least we accomplished something today, and now it's time to head inside to make some dinner.
Here than I can bear.
All right, guys, I'm sweating and I have hat hair, but we need to make some dinner. So I'm gonna whip up some veggie burritos and I'm gonna whip up some chicken burritos. We're gonna make them wet burritos, so let's make some dinner. All right, so the first thing I'm doing is just going to start cooking the onions. I'm making chicken burritos and I'm making veggie burritos. So just a little olive oil in each pan. The long slices of onions are going to be for the chicken, because once the chicken is fully cooked, it'll be cut up into slices the same size. And then the small little chopped onions are going to be for a bean veggie mixture. So you want the onions to be, close to the same size as the beans. So I'm just sauteing my chicken, and I'm going to be adding just salt and smoked paprika. And then I'm going to just chop up my peppers and mushrooms to get those added into the other pan with the chopped onions, and also just season that with salt and paprika. If you guys watch my channel, you know pretty much how I like to cook my chicken thighs. I will saute them about 5 minutes 5 minutes on each side. Take the chicken off, let it rest for a minute while it's still raw on the inside, and then I will then slice it up, return it to the pan with the onions, and just kind of cook it like that until it's fully cooked through so that all of the flavor gets in there. And then what I'm going to do is just add 1 can of rinsed black beans to the veggie mix. And I'm just going to add a little bit of that green enchilada sauce in that mix to give it a little more flavor. I've got rice on, and I'm just going to let these things cook down a little bit. Once I get my chicken mix and my veggie mix and my rice all set, I'm going to shred up a block of cheddar cheese to wrap in the burritos. Guys, this is one of those days where, we were just so busy, even for a small project in the backyard. If you're parents of little ones, you know how projects like that actually take you so much more time because you're with the kids all day, which is totally great. We love doing everything as a family. Even multiple trips to Home Depot that day. The kids are in tow with us. So we're getting them in and out of the car. They're doing everything with us. But with little ones, things just take triple the amount of time. My 2-year-old still needs to take a nap. They need snacks and all of the things throughout the day. My point by saying all of this is at the end of a day like today, the first thing that you want to do is just say, oh, it's been a day. Let's just call and get pizza. Let's get takeout. Let's order in. But if you watch my channel, I'm so anti-takeout. I'm all about trying to make homemade meals for every meal. And so this was just one of the easiest things that I could just do to whip up something really quick after a long day. So I'm just going to roll up the burritos. I'm going to add the green sauce to the chicken burritos and the red sauce to the veggie burritos. I don't know, that's just how we always do it. That's how we like them. Get them in the oven for a good 10 minutes. And then voila, I have a hearty homemade meal for my family that was quick and easy to make. And we didn't get takeout, so it was another win for that.
Take you out, show you the time of your life. I wanna figure out what it takes to give you everything you desire. I wanna lay beneath the stars with you in the back of my truck. I guess that this is what they call love. Baby, you've been driving me crazy for so long now. I've been waiting on the sidelines, praying for the right time to let you know you're all I ever wanted and more. I wanna level out, order something and stay in. Put a record on, let's hide the phones and make believe the world don't exist.
All right, guys, like I said, 10 minutes in the oven at 350 degrees, and there we have the quickest, easiest meal that I could make after a long day. But thank you guys so much for watching. It means a lot to me, and I would love it if you hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. It means a lot to me to be able to share my home life and to just be creative, and I'm just really grateful for everybody who watches, and thanks again, and I'll see you next time.
It's so unnecessary dwelling about the past, 'cause I know that God is good, He led me to where I'm at. Sometimes I feel like giving up, you're giving in. see the light shining on the stage. This is what I imagine every day. Checking up.